Right, here's a story about me.
Oh.
It's known that the Passover is the time of the birth of the Jewish people. The Jewish people in Egypt, they were like a fetus in the womb of the mother. And going out of Passover was like birth. That's one of the reasons why they took the sheep the goat sheep that they ate on Passover, and they put the head between the knees because they would to simulate the fetal state that they were in before they left Egypt. And so it's the birthday. So I'm telling you about birth, right? In Judaism and in world, nothing is more important than birth, giving birth. You have a person, that's a person's body is important. And no less important is education. That's like the soul of a person. But nevertheless, birth is important. So I'll tell you a story about birth. We had a yeshiva here, the building. I mean, the yeshiva is still going on. You're part of it right now. The yeshiva is in Zoom. But it used to be that we had it was part of a bigger yeshiva, and we had like 20 boys in the yeshiva. The Rebbe himself made the yeshiva. He made the yeshiva like 15 years before I started working there. But anyway, so one day I went into the office, and this story was like, I don't know, 40 years ago, something like that, even more. I went into the office, and there was the phone had an answering machine on it. It used to have a little tape, and it was flashing. So I listened to the message, and the message was in Hebrew, but I'll say it in English. My name is Zahava, and my phone number is, and she left a phone number. So I thought, what's this lady is calling up? This is a yeshiva for boys, American, English-speaking boys. I figured it out in my mind. This lady obviously was answering some sort of an advertisement or something, maybe for work. And she was answering. So she left her name and her phone number. And by mistake, she left her number. She called up the wrong number. So I called the number back. And I said, hello, is this Zahava? She said, yes. So I said, well, you left your number by mistake in a yeshiva for young boys. So check the number again. She said, but this is Chabad, right? So I said, yeah, but she said, oh, that's what I want. I want Chabad. So she said, I have a friend. No, I'm sorry. I just mixed up one thing. The lady called up, she left her name. My name is Sora. That's it. She says, my name is Sora. It's a minor point, but my name is Sora, and this is my number. So I called her, hello, is this Sora? She said, yes. So she said, but this is Chabad, right? I said, yeah. She said, but it's a yeshiva for boys, English-speaking boys. She said, no, I want Chabad. I have a friend, she says, their name is Zahava. And Zahava, she's pregnant. She already has 2 children. She's pregnant, and she wants to make an abortion because she says she doesn't have enough funds. They're poor as it is, and she won't be able to support another child. And I'm trying to convince Zahava not to make the abortion. And I've called in experts and rabbis and rebbitzins and professors and everything, and people have spoken to her, and no one's helped. And she told me that if the Lubavitcher Rebbe himself calls her up and tells her not to make the abortion, she won't make it. So therefore, I'm calling up Chabad, and I want to know how do I get the number of the Lubavitcher Rebbe? I want to call him up. So I said, listen, the Lubavitcher Rebbe is a very busy person. I'm not his spokesman. I don't know, but I'm sure that he does not want your friend Zahava to make the abortion, but I'm pretty sure also that he doesn't have the time to call everybody up. I mean, he receives hundreds of letters every day. He can't call everybody up. So I said, listen, this is what we'll do. We'll write a fax. In those days, it was very popular, fax machines. We'll write a fax to the Rebbe, and we'll tell her the whole thing, and we'll ask for a blessing for Zahava, and we'll see if she shouldn't make the abortion. So this lady said, oh, okay, that's good. So she gave me Zahava's name, and I wrote a fax to the Rebbe. I said, that a lot of people have been to her and asked her, not to make the abortion, tried to convince her. Nobody worked. They've talked to her and it didn't work. And if the Rebbe will just give her a blessing, you know, that she should make it. And so it was like maybe an hour or something later. Usually these things take a while. Like an hour later, I got an answer back. A fax came back from the office of the Rebbe. And the letter said, did people really speak to her? I will pray for her. Ha'im dibru ito? Dibru ito? Azkir Latzion. The Rebbe said, did people really speak to her? I'll pray for her. So without thinking, I just called up Sora. Hello, Sora. Yes. I said, you got an answer from the Lubavitcher Rebbe. This is, very quick. What did the Rebbe say? The Rebbe said, did people really speak to her? I'll pray for her. So there was silence. I said, hello, sorry. She said, what is the Rebbe saying? That I'm a liar? That nobody spoke to her? I said that people spoke to Zahava. What is the Rebbe saying? Nobody spoke to her? So I looked at the letter. I thought, this lady is sort of right, what she's saying. But I said, listen, lady, I just read to you what it says, in the thing. It says, did people really speak to her? Maybe the Rebbe means, did people really speak? Did they really, did they really speak to her? I didn't know what I was saying. I said, listen, I don't know. I'm just answering. So this Sora says to me, listen, I want you to know something. She said, there is no Sora. I'm Zahava. And nobody spoke to me. No professors, no rabbis, no Rebbitzins, no one spoke to me. How the Rebbe could know a thing like that, sitting over there in Brooklyn, I have absolutely no idea. But I take that as the Rebbe saying that I should not have the abortion and I'm going to have the child, but I don't know where the money is going to come from. I said, okay, I'll write the Rebbe back and I'll tell him, So I wrote the Rebbe back that Zahava decided she's not going to make the abortion. A couple of hours later, I got another reply. And the reply was that it says in the Mishnah in Sanhedrin that a person that saves one life is though he saved the whole entire world. He said that's the reason that man was created alone, to show every human being is like the whole world. A person that saves one life is like they saved the whole world. And the merit that Zahava saved one life, she saved the whole world. And the merit of saving the whole world is God will certainly send her the means to grow this child, to raise this child. I don't know what happened. I lost contact with them. I got busy, and I lost their number, whatever it is. But the interest of the Rebbe on one person, it wasn't even a person yet. It was a fetus, right? It was a fetus. So, incredible. And who knows who the fetus is going to be? Maybe it won't be a nice person. Maybe it'll be something that it makes no difference. The idea is giving birth. A fetus is a human being, a potential being, a real human being. It's not important. It's a human being, and every human being is precious, and giving birth is precious. And that's the idea of going out of Egypt. Passover, we changed from being fetuses, where a fetus is like not really a human being. Even those people that say that they're pro-abortion, they're not pro-murder. If a person has like too many children, they won't say, well, kill the youngest one. You should have killed him before he came out. But okay, no, they don't. No, they don't say that. They're not to that degree. I mean, at least not yet. But here we have only a fetus, and we see that the Rebbe cared so much about this unborn child. And so that's the same thing with us Jewish people. We're now in a state of fetal state before the true redemption. And just like a child, when he's in his mother's womb, he's happy, none of the problems. When he comes out, he's a totally different human being. He's got all of a sudden challenges and power to meet those challenges, and he has free will to make choices. The same thing is with us. We're in, prenatal state. Is that right? Yeah. Pre-birth. So we're really not really conscious what reality really is, and we really haven't, we don't really have the power to, meet the challenges of reality the way. We're not inspired to serve God, and we're not inspired to love God and to love every Jew and to love every human, to love the Torah. We haven't got that real true power that we would if we were born. But soon Mashiach will come and reveal true godliness in the entire world. And we will be what God wants us to in the third temple, alive, happy, awake, and praising the creator of the universe constantly with Mashiach now. Thank you very much.
Amen.
We'll make this thing. 1 second.